I would never be like with my friends and be like, yo, let's set up ladder ball. I feel like I
That
feel
is
like it's
lame when you say
already
it like that.
it's already got to be set up. Like you got to show up somewhere where they have it,
Yeah.
and then you're like, well, what the fuck else are we gonna do?
Well,
So
yeah, exactly.
All right. Episode 67. It's draft day again. You're living in a world where there are back-to-back draft days. Today is the yard games draft, recreational yard games draft. We're not going to say any yet. I'm sure a million are flooding your brain as you're listening to me say that. And all of the ones that you pick are right. Those could be on the list. We'll find out. I'm sure there's going to be a few that we leave off today just because there's so fucking many that are going to be people's favorites. And there's some that I was getting down rabbit holes and like, there's a lot. So stay tuned for that. We'll do maybe talk a little bit about the quick draft recap and then go right into it. Bob in Detroit, Mike in Chicago, Jack in Detroit. How you fellas doing? I feel like I haven't really talked to anybody in a while. Especially you, and MIA.
I know, man. I don't know. Last week was brutal for me, man. Like, just as a whole, in terms of like work and shit, I haven't been so like, I don't want to say anxious, but like just so fucking done with everything in a while. And I mean, yeah, I just kind of, couple days I went to the driving range to kind of just blow off steam.
I did that last week too.
Yeah, I was like, I literally was texting my sister because like she lives real close to one of the driving ranges. I'm like, hey, she likes to just come up, we just chit chat, hit a bucket of balls, whatever. And I was like, I need to go mash something. Like, so either we can go hit baseballs or go hit golf balls or something. I was like, I'm going to mash something right now. So like, I just been kind of trying to keep it all together. This week so far has been a lot better. And yeah, I mean, busy weekend and shit. I definitely feel like I haven't heard from you either. I feel like it's also we did our episode a day early, which feels like a fucking eternity. You're definitely right.
Yeah, it felt like 2 weeks, and it's only been 8 days.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your sweatshirt there?
It's Theo Vaughn.
Oh, that's the Theo sweatshirt. That's fucking sick.
Yeah,
that's so sick.
I went on his website one day, and he offers like a mystery item. Mm-hmm. And you just pick a mystery sweatshirt in your size, and they just send you one. And this is the one that I got. Like I have other Theo merch. Yeah, I have other Theo merch that I like, just normal shit. I was like, oh, this is dope. Like I would have never bought this on my own. But it was like $25 for a sweatshirt. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. I like that dark blue color a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fucking sick. I was actually just looking at, Scott Disick's brand, Talentless?
No, I don't. I didn't even know he had a brand.
Yeah, he's had it for a while, actually. But they look a lot like the Essentials stuff, which is I got one of the Essentials hoodies on right now.
Look at you.
Yeah, dude, I saw it at PacSun.
I was gonna say the PacSun special. Dude, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, dude. And I was with Savannah, and she was like, you have to get that. You've been talking about those forever, and I've been looking online for them, and you can't get them online. They're fucking sold out in 2 seconds. So, yeah, go to your local PacSun for whatever reason they have them.
But you can only get one. I don't know if you saw the disclaimer though. You can only buy one piece of Essentials, like Fear of God shit at a time. You can only buy one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, luckily I don't have the deep pockets to be buying all kinds of shit from them.
Yeah.
Not that it's crazy. I mean, it was like $90.
Yeah.
Some of those sweatshirts resale are going like $150 plus. So
yeah,
I was psyched to get it at that price. Okay. Yeah. Jack's got a Puma shirt on. We won't leave you out there, Jack. Who's on your Puma shirt?
Dude,
where do you even get a Puma shirt?
I'm pretty sure I got this for like Christmas one year or something. It's a Laura special. Probably browsing the shelves at Dunham Sporting Goods.
No, you know what that is? And you were close. That's a TJ Maxx shirt all the way.
This is 100% a TJ. Right across the road.
Yep.
Right across the road.
It's on the rack. That shirt was in between a Nike, an Under Armour, and an Adidas shirt. And I was like, let's take the Puma.
No, it was in between like is in between like a Nike shirt and a Oxford button down. Because that's
Yep.
how TJ Maxx rocks
Yep.
their shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or some
If
like
they're all
Calvin.
mediums. What do you
Yeah,
want
they're
from
what?
us? They're like, we're just hanging shit up. If it's the
Yeah.
right size, we put it there.
Yeah, it goes like fucking Under Armour, Calvin Klein, Puma, button up of some sort, and then
Bro.
some sweatshirt that has like a little rose on it or something. I actually have one of those,
Yeah.
something like that. You know, where
You do
no,
have
no
one of
brands.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do they have so much Calvin Klein and Polo? Like the amount
Yeah.
of Ralph Lauren and TJ Maxx
It's
is
insane.
insane. Like, do people not buy their clothes and so
I
they
don't-
just give them all to TJ Maxx?
I think Calvin Klein has a real problem selling their underwear because TJ Maxx is loaded with the Calvin Klein skibbies.
I mean, we're just gonna go out. We gotta just throw it out there that TJ Maxx, Marshall's, the best place on the planet to get chones and socks because you get
For
name
sure.
brand shit for a third of the price.
Exactly.
So,
People are walking into Calvin Klein paying whatever their underwear costs in there, and that's crazy to me.
yeah, which it's probably like $50 for 2 pairs, and you're like,
Oh, dude. Probably, though.
that's what I'm saying.
Realistically.
Yeah, I know
Like,
that was a good guess.
Because if it's 20 at TJ Maxx, it's at least double at the real store.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
But,
I ain't been in one of those in a bit.
Shout out to all the teachers out there. We got one big fan. It's our teacher appreciation day today, right?
Oh,
Is it today
yeah.
that day?
Yesterday was. Or no.
Oh, it was
today
yesterday. Oh,
is.
it
No,
was
you're right. Today is. I
yeah,
got my
it's
days mixed up.
Tuesday.
Yep. It's
Um,
Tuesday, May 2nd. Yep. Happy
yeah.
Teacher Appreciation Day. I know that we have a few teachers that listen. So,
Yeah, and I
shout
mean,
out to all you guys.
Who were your guys' favorite teachers?
in school, why the fuck am I
Yeah.
gonna name names? I don't even. Miss Deucing, call her out. She was an English teacher in high school. I loved her.
Miss Deucing. Who was
Yeah,
my
she
favorite
was-
teacher?
Was she like a babe or was she one of those chill teachers or what?
Was she a babe? I think she was attractive for sure, but she was just like one of those teachers that kind of got it. She always she knew I was like a class clown, but she knew saw the potential still and always tried to get the best out of me, and I appreciated that. But she also let me be myself, you know? She never sent me to the office or threw me out of class for acting up, but she knew when to get serious with me, but she also knew that for me to thrive, I have to kind of be an asshole. And that's why I always enjoyed her classes. I tried to get her 3 years in a row, and I only got her the last 2. It was a good time though. She was my favorite.
That's a classic.
I think I'm gonna go with Mr. Schaefer. He was my 4th grade math teacher. For some reason, in 4th grade, we switched from out of homeroom and went somewhere else for math. And he was he was obviously another classes teacher permanently, which is fucking sick. I didn't get him like that, but
Bob just didn't know he was getting taken to the grade below his math class.
we're
For some
taking
reason,
it
we
on
switched
math.
classrooms.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody else is doing long division. I'm back here trying to figure out addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Schaefer was cool. He would always talk to me and Chut about AC/DC and Van Halen. We loved all those bands at the time, and he loved that shit too. So he would always talk to us about it. And he's a cool guy. Shout out
Love
Mr.
to see
Schaefer.
that. And shout out to all the teachers out there, man.
What about you, Jack? Who's your favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher was probably the woodshop teacher at Heritage.
Really?
The guy was an absolute goat. Dude, the amount of times and I actually don't want to scratch what I was just going to say. I don't want to get him in trouble, but
You don't want to dox the guy.
Yeah. He was just he kind of like Mike's where he just kind of got it. You know, he was like,
Yeah.
I know you don't want to fucking be here right now. And I hate that I have to force you to be here. But
Yeah.
let's just kind of hang out, you know? So I did all my projects, me and my buddy Emilio, who I'm pretty sure you guys have both met actually.
Yeah. For your birthday.
Yep. Me and him and Jace were all in that class. So we would just hang out, us three and the woodshop teacher. And it was kind of just fuck this. And literally we'd be like, all right, I'm going to the bathroom for 45 minutes. And he'd be like, all right, as long as you get this fucking project done by the end of the semester, I don't fucking care what you do. So, but yeah, dope guy. Shout out to all the teachers. I agree. They have very tough jobs.
Yeah.
But they're balling.
Yeah. No, trust me. And after like now that I'm dating a teacher, everybody's like, oh well, they get the summer off, and yeah, they do get the summer off, and that's sick. But just the mental and emotional fucking damage that they go through
Yeah.
on a daily basis is
And,
enough to make you want to rip your own eyeballs out. Like it's
dude,
insane.
isn't
I
it
had no
crazy to
idea.
think too? Like when we were kids, and like we're not that old, but like when we were kids, like every adult was always right. No, we were never right if an adult had an opposing opinion, right? Now
Yeah.
it's like these parents. It's crazy that these parents like take the kid's side. It's like, dude, your kid's 9. He doesn't know shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
this, and she's, and this teacher is sitting here, saying, hey, this is the yada yada yada. This is what happened, or this is why your kid's not doing it, whatever. And then it's like all of a sudden these parents are insane nowadays, and they take the kid's side. It's like, no, your kid's a
Every
fucking
time, dude.
shithead. And it's like,
The
how are you
teacher
supposed to
spends
deal with
8
that?
hours a day with your child. I think they
Yeah.
know. Like more time than you most of the time.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. It's like, dude, think about like when COVID was happening, and like all these parents were like, oh, what am I going to do with these kids? It's like, bitch, now you know what these teachers do. And they try to teach them, not only just babysit them, like they don't get
Yeah.
enough credit, man. It's insane. It really
It's a
is.
fine line. I get it. Like if I had a kid, I don't want other people telling me how to raise my kid,
Of
obviously.
course not.
But you gotta, when somebody's saying, hey, your kid has a problem, I'm trying to help,
Yes.
you gotta take your medicine. Like
Of course.
you're only going to help your kid succeed if you listen now.
Yeah.
Because shit's
And
only gonna get worse.
yeah, exactly. And exactly. And the later your kid is a shithead, the less likely they're going to change, because the less likely high school teachers don't give a fuck, because if they're a piece
Nope.
of shit, you're a piece of shit.
Yep,
Is what it is. And
exactly.
college professors, if you do go to college, they really don't give a fuck. If you're
Fuck
not
no.
there, they don't lose a goddamn minute of sleep. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So, yeah.
And
get your
they're
shit right,
getting paid
parents.
well, so they don't have to give a fuck about you
yeah.
in college.
Not at
like
all.
your college professor.
Absolutely not. So,
Oh,
but
good little shout out there. I totally forgot about that.
absolutely, man.
National Teacher Day. I'm getting my days mixed up. It seems like all these just shit weather days are coming together. But
Mhm.
it sounds like we have some good weather on the horizon, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what sparked this whole yard games draft. Really quick, touch on the NFL draft.
Yep.
I'll go first. Lions, what on Thursday felt like a disaster. Pull the fire alarm, or just start yourself on fire and then pull the fire alarm kind of day. Actually, in hindsight, is looking okay. I mean, we got our first 4 picks, our 4 guys that we are going to plug into the offense and defense and start immediately. So you can't really be pissed about that. We did the one thing that you shouldn't even be allowed to do in the NFL draft, which is take a running back in the first round. But they loved him, and he's also receiver. So it's the same, but it is a little bit different. I'm not gonna give any judgment until we see the guy on the field after year 1. But overall, I think the Lions did all right. I'd give them a B, maybe B plus draft grade.
That's fair.
And by the way, I was like everything that I said in that draft episode was so far off,
Dude.
But I don't know who the fuck was picking Jahmyr Gibbs. Then the Lions moved back to get Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know who was picking that, but
yeah, no, I mean there was no predicting that, and then they come back with the fucking with Campbell, so like that was unpredictable. But yeah, I don't think they did good, but I don't think they did bad. I mean, I think that a lot of their picks, personally, I think they've reached on a lot of their picks in the beginning, the first 3 or 4.
Definitely.
But if that's your guy, that's your guy, I mean, you can only
Right.
trade back so many times. Like they kept trading back, and it's like, well, when do you just say fucking pull trig on the guys you want, And I think that's probably where their head was at. Like, hey man, these are our guys. We're not going to get any value. Let's just do it so we don't lose out on them.
Yep. Well, day 2 Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy one, honestly.
That one could work out. I mean, who knows? We're not going to see the guy play for a while, and which is probably a good thing for him anyway. I know he's old as shit, but sit back there and watch a guy, Jared Goff, who's not only been to a Super Bowl, been to the playoffs multiple times, a guy that knows what it looks like to win in the league. So,
no,
Hendon can sit behind that guy and just listen, which it sounds like he's a guy that does listen. Could be a good little thing for the Lions. So we'll see. We'll see. I like the
Yeah.
draft though. Like the draft a lot more a week removed.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I think the Bears, I would say B plus. Definitely B plus, no lower than that, but I don't think they're in that A minus range. I mean, we got our guy tackle. We didn't take the guy I thought we were with Skronsky, but when you look at the kid from Tennessee, Darnell Wright or whatever, you can't be mad. You know what I mean? You cannot be
That
mad
kid's a
with that.
unit.
Exactly. Can't be mad with the guy who didn't let up a sack in the SEC. You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
So that's what we're talking about, the kid from Florida, you know?
Especially at tackle. Like the kid from Florida was
Yeah.
doing at the guard position. To not let up a sack at tackle is fucking insane.
Yeah. So I'm very happy with that. I think they took 2D tackles. I think they reached a little bit on the second guy, the Pickens kid. But he obviously, you can see, because he ended up taking another tackle at the end of the draft. I think like pick whatever the fuck it was, 260, whatever the fuck. He obviously had a vision where he wanted to give himself options. We did get a couple DBs. We got a running back. We got that. Remember I was telling you about that Roshan kid, that kid, the second back in Texas?
You did say it, dude. Yeah.
So that's one of the guys I'm happy with that. The
Roshan
receiver,
Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They took a receiver who runs a 4.37 or whatever the fuck, 4.35, kid from Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Just a
dude.
little
I
burner.
was one of the kids that I was talking about in the draft episode, Tyler
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
If you're in Chicago and you haven't watched this kid's film yet, take a look at this kid's film. He is a fucking burner. He's very fun to watch and could be a freak if the Bears use him right.
Yeah, I mean, they said that he's overly strong for his size, but one of his biggest weaknesses, he's like a body catcher. But it's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. Just run down the field. But yeah,
if he's past everybody, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
In most of his clips, he is past everybody.
I think that there was overall there was a plan that this is a 2-year plan here. And they went heavy in certain spots and they made moves, I think, give themselves options. And then next year we got 2 firsts. If we want to do something crazy, then, take Marvin Harrison or something crazy, we have that capital to try and do something wild, depending on how good our team is at the end of the season. And if our team isn't there yet, we kind of still have that capital to kind of reset, So I'm happy. I'm very happy, actually. I'm excited for the Bears. I don't think they're going to be great, but I think they can push 500 and maybe even a wild card spot if they get lucky a couple times.
Do you have a guy in mind that you guys got that you were like, okay, that was a great value pick? How the fuck did we get this guy type of pick?
So I liked the corner from Miami. I really liked. I don't think anyone that we took was crazy in that sense, though. I think they were all pretty appropriate for where they were taken within their rankings and within the projections of where they got taken. I don't remember the I think like the second, 5th round pick, and then like our first 7th round pick, which not that those really matter that much, but I don't really remember though. I can't think of them right now. So like, I like where they got the running back. Because me and my dad are sitting there like, dude, why don't we move up? Like, let's move up, get Charbonnet. Let's move up to like something. But like that, like I was saying last week, is like they obviously, like, that guy was on their radar. They knew they can get him later. And I think that would be the one guy where I'm like, oh, if he's as much of like a leader and like what he is as they're saying, I think that could be really high value. But I don't think he's no Bijan. He's no Jahmyr Gibbs. But I do like where they got him in terms of what our backfield looks like right now. And as just like a, overall football player, I think that might have been our best value of the draft, personally.
Yeah.
So.
No, I like that. I think that it's funny because I think the Bears kind of took like the opposite approach that the Lions did. The Lions were like, we don't give a fuck who it is or where we're picking them. We're going and we're getting these guys. And then the Bears were pretty much like, we're following the rules of the draft. We're going to take our good tackle early. We're going to get our corner in the 2nd round. We're going to get our running back later.
See, that they did. I mean, not that it was only one pick, but I mean, they could have gotten Jalen Carter. They could have done it.
They could have.
Which I was at a comedy show and I'm like looking at my phone. I'm doing this. I'm like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
like trying to like see what we take. And I look and I'm like, Jalen Carter's right there. Like, why are we not taking him? And I see they traded. I was just like, no, but
I,
I'm
I
not
tell
mad
you
about
what,
it.
I first for okay, I'll give you our pick. I thought the value pick. I mean, obviously our first two picks were kind of crazy, but then our
Mhm.
value pick really was the third pick that the Lions had, and that was Brian Branch in the second round. That was a pretty big one. Corner out of Bama, safety corner. That was not supposed to be there. A lot of people were thinking that we were kind of dumb for not taking him at 18, which is funny now that we took our
Yeah.
linebacker. We basically just switched those two picks because Campbell was supposed to go early second round, and then Branch was supposed to go first round. So it's like we kind of swapped those two. Gibbs is obviously still a bit of a reach, maybe for a running back, but dude, I'm so fucking tired of, and we'll get through this and then we'll get to the yard games draft, of people sucking the Eagles' dick. I'm so fucking tired of it. Like, they just come out here and they draft all these Georgia guys who, by the way, like you just said, why did everybody pass on Jalen Carter? Like,
I,
why?
I don't know.
There's
I
a
mean,
reason. There's a
yeah,
reason. And we're going to find that reason out. And maybe the Eagles say, or for some reason, like whatever the reason is just gone when he gets to the NFL. Or maybe that reason sticks around and this
yeah,
guy ends up sucking. But everybody's giving the Eagles an A+ draft grade because of what it could look like. And it's like, anybody's draft could look good next year. You have no fucking idea. That's why I would do this thing. But they are just sucking Howie Roseman's dick. I'm so sick and tired of the Eagles thing with the fucking Georgia G as the Eagles G. Like,
yeah.
fuck the Eagles. I used to like the Eagles. I like their team. I like Jalen Hurts. Fuck the Eagles. Officially, fuck the Eagles. I'm there.
Damn,
I'm all the way there. I'm tired
that's
of it,
funny.
dude.
I mean, you gotta kind of understand though. I mean, it's hard to, for one, it's hard to like deny that the talent that they got, all of them were good. They were all good. I mean, where they got them at, and especially when you get the damn near consensus like number one player talent wise in the draft, when you get him at 9 for a fucking 2024 fucking fourth round pick, like it's hard to not give them a high A. You know what I mean? But I
I get
get what
that.
you're saying. I understand, and it's like the whole like Georgia Eagles thing is fucking stupid. I do agree. I think
So
it's
annoying.
I think it's a good play. I mean, look, they've won the championship 2 years in
Oh,
a
yeah.
row, like,
I get it.
but
But
yeah,
those two guys that they took, people were passing left and right on those two
yeah,
guys.
no,
Why,
for sure,
why
yeah.
were these guys getting passed on? You
And
know?
then they took fucking Ringo later on, and like that was a nice play. Like, and then even like getting the Swift play, where it's like I get what like everyone's saying about Swift and like how he could be dynamic as fuck and and kind of game changing when he's healthy. I get it, but it's like,
Oh
dude,
my god, dude. Mike,
once again
what
though,
what is the best ability? What
I
is it?
just, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he.
The best ability is availability. That guy's
Yeah.
not available.
Oh, I thought you
I'm
meant DeAndre
sorry,
Swift.
Eagles fans. The guy's
Yeah,
not available. He's just
but
not.
in a locker room or in a backfield that you don't, that's pretty deep, that you don't really need him to be your fucking every down guy or even as every game guy. It's a good play for what they. I mean, but the thing is, at the end of the day, they gave up a fourth round pick for him. So it's like, is he that good?
Which
You know what I
sold.
mean? Huh?
We shouldn't have got that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's not like fucking they got, you know, what's his name, King Henry or something. It's for a
Right.
first round pick. No, they got DeAndre Swift for a fourth round pick. So everyone needs to pump the brakes. And I'm with you, but I also I don't hate the Eagles. I like Jalen Hurts too much to hate the Eagles yet.
All right. Mike's second favorite team is the Eagles. We learned that in episode 67 today. And I fucking hate them.
That. I think the Chiefs, honestly, I think the Chiefs might be my second favorite team, though. I fucking love Patrick Mahomes. I've loved Patrick Mahomes since day one, and it's hard not to like Andy Reid. And that's why I like the Eagles, too, because he was good with the Eagles. You know, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just a homer and I like all the good teams.
I used to like the Eagles for that reason. I used to like watching Brian Dawkins and Donovan McNabb and Brian Westbrook and T.O. And like that team was fucking sick to watch. And I loved that. All right.
Yeah. All right,
We're
yeah.
done. I'm going to get frustrated. Let's get into the yard games. Let's do a fun little draft for everybody. It's a fucking miserable week here in Michigan, at least, as far as the rain goes. Let's brighten things up. Let's look forward to next week when it's going to be nice. And then we got the summer on the horizon. Okay. So this is a yard games draft. And when we say yard games, we're not meaning just like you can play it in a yard. Like fucking football's not on here. Like, I get that that's a game you can play in your yard, but it's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, this
You know
is
what
like
we're
you
talking
go to a
about.
barbecue, you go to a pit, like a something. You go somewhere where there's drinks, there's food, and there's people
Yep.
playing this in the yard. Whether it's a drinking game, a recreational game of some sort, just for fun, just something that you go to a party and you do.
We
And you
said
fucking
beer adjacent,
yeah,
basically.
you
Like,
gotta
you don't
be
have to have a
drinking.
drink in your hand, but there's got to be drinks around.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack, do you want to spin the wheel for us? Oh, shit, he's ready. This is a very important first pick because I think that there's a very obvious 1 of 1 overall. And then after that, it's just going to be nutty. And I think that we're going to be taking each other's picks.
I
We're
will
going
say,
5
though,
rounds.
Yeah, we're going 5 rounds. So the last round or two are going to be some ugly picks because there's not that many that really make sense at the end, I think.
But I think that there are so many that there's just a bunch that we're not even thinking about because I was thinking about like different scenarios and like different, like it doesn't have to just be in the yard. Like yard games are played at the bar. Yard games could be played like on your boat. Like there's a million.
No, I know.
Beats.
No, for sure. And I got something like that, but it's just like they get dicey at the end. That's all I gotta say.
They get dicey. They get dicey. All right, let's get into it. Jack, spin that thing.
If Bob gets to the fucking first round again, I'm gonna be so upset.
Come on. Oh my god, dude. Fuck!
Don't you forget about me.
Damn it, dude. Michael has won the first pick. All right, let's go second pick.
I do think that honestly having the third pick though isn't bad because you can get
I'm gonna get some sick wraparounds.
Sure. You're gonna get 2 nice ones. That's for fuck sure.
God, dude, I don't know what way you're gonna go with this, but I hope that you go the way that I'm thinking that you're gonna go.
I'm not even gonna think. Are you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
There's not a fucking chance. I'm going fucking bags. Cornhole, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I call it bags because I'm not an asshole, but it's the number 1 game. I mean, what the fuck? You're in a league, bro. That's how number 1 the game is.
It's incredible. It's so fun. There's literally never a dull moment when you're playing bags.
Yeah.
Even if bags is one of the few games that you can just pick up and play by yourself in the yard.
Dude, and
still have fun.
One of the few games that you can have the worst partner on the planet and still have fun and even win sometimes. Like,
still competitive.
We're kind of good. Like, so it's easier to win when you have a shitty partner. But like, even when you're just kind of like playing with shitters or you're playing 2 studs and you have a shitter, it's like, it's still fun. It's always fun. It's almost always fun.
Cornhole, bags. What's the name?
I'm calling it bags, but I'll put cornhole on the graphic.
I'm just asking, just in general. I say bags too.
I
feel like it's a regional thing.
I do too.
I think I say cornhole. I'm pretty sure.
Do you?
Or like toss some bags. I don't know. I think it's a situational thing. I call it all sorts of. It's kind of a moving figure for me.
Yeah, depends on what mood you're in, I guess. And I think it definitely is a regional thing too.
I think it depends on who you're around too. Like when I was in Michigan, a lot of people call it cornhole. So it's like I'm gonna just be like, hey, let's both play cornhole instead of saying, "Oh, let's play bags," and people be like, "What the fuck's that?" And just not get into the whole, "Oh, you guys are dumb. It's bags," like
yeah.
So, but yeah, that was the easiest thing. Come
on. Okay, Jack. 1 of 1 cornhole, no surprise there. It would have been my pick. Probably would have been Jack's pick.
I don't know. It probably wouldn't have been Jack's
pick. Probably wouldn't. Yeah, Jack's like, I didn't even have that on my board.
Alrighty, I'm gonna take one No, okay, fuck you. Hold on. I did have that on my board.
Would you have
first of
taken it
all.
first though?
Oh, I was taking that first, 100%.
Okay, good.
That
You
makes
had to.
me.
You
I'm
had
proud
to.
of
Figuring
you.
it out.
I'm
proud too, a little bit.
gonna take the frat star special because now it doesn't fucking matter. You just gotta build a squad at this point. You lost cornhole, you're out of it. I am gonna go with beer dye.
I knew you were gonna take that. I don't know why.
I knew that too. Well, it's just because that game for some reason wasn't invented until after we left college. I don't know
Dude,
why.
that's not true though, because when
Frustrating.
I was in college, I had a buddy, Brando. Shout out Brando, he's having a baby soon. That doesn't matter. But
Hell yeah.
he fucking introduced me to that game when we were in college, but he went to U of I. And he's like, "You guys never play this?" And this is before it got like where they played on a ping pong table and they were throwing it 1,000 miles in the air.
Yeah.
But they still were
What were they
playing
playing on? Like a wood
They're-
kitchen table?
Yeah, like a normal ass table. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
normal coffee table. And would
They
play
would
like
just
that.
toss it a little bit.
Yeah, like it was just kind of like a floater,
like
not
that.
a fucking. Yeah, it was. I was like, dude, this
That's
game's hard as fuck.
That's
but
like
it's
the
fun.
thug version of beer dye, you know? Like we're
I
not
think
just
that
trying
was-
to get crazy around here.
I think that was like that was created. That walked so beer dye now can run. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
I think that was the original beer dye, and then kids were like, "Let's take this shit to another level."
Some kid just threw it to the fucking moon and was like, "We should start doing it this way."
Yeah, let's put 50 people around this ping pong table and get crazy.
Let's set up stadium seating for this thing. Let's make it an event.
Literally.
Bro,
I
I'm
wouldn't
not
have
gonna
taken
lie
that
though,
too,
like
but it's a good game.
tailgate pre-games when I lived in the like frat house that I lived in my last year at Central.
Yep.
Playing that in like our side yard, some of the highlights of my time being there. Like
I
it
bet.
just gets
sure.
gets so rowdy because it's a game
Yep.
that like could go on for fucking ever. Like if nobody's hitting and then the suspense every time. Like it's different than playing Pong where anybody could just fucking hop in and be good at it. It's live.
Right.
This guy,
No, yeah.
this guy
It's just
fucking
fun.
serious right now?
He's right though. You can't
No, I
just
know.
jump in.
No, I'm talking these naming fucking picks, bro.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. No, but you can.
That's my bad.
You definitely can't walk in and just play that off the street. I tried the first time and I was so bad.
That's the one reason why. That's the one knock I have on beer dye is the fact that it's not as user friendly unless. Like you can't have good people play with shitty people, or it's got to be very even. Like you can't. That's the one thing that sucks about that game because it's like you're just gonna get fucked on if you play with guys that are good.
You're right, and then also it like can't be played outside of a frat. Like where are you gonna find? Where are you gonna be where you have the necessary equipment plus people to play that shit if you're not in a college town? Unfortunately.
For sure.
Still, pick number 2 or pick number 1 for me. Pick 2 overall. Bob, what do you got?
Okay. This is a game that is best played knee deep in the water somewhere.
My pen.
But it also works just on the flat earth, and that is Beersby.
Man, that I thought would come back to me for some reason, and that actually kind of hurts my heart a little bit.
Good. Fuck you for taking cornhole. I had to take this. I knew this wouldn't get back to me. I figured that you were going to take this at some point.
Damn. So I did not think you were going to take that.
If you're unfamiliar with Beersby, it is the game where you set up 2 poles, probably 15 yards away from each other, maybe 10
roughly.
Yards. Yeah. And then you're throwing a frisbee. You're trying to either hit the pole or knock the beer off, and the other team's trying to either catch their beer bottle or
the frisbee.
Catch
pretty
the
much.
frisbee.
You're pretty much chucking a frisbee at a stick that has a can on the top of it or a bottle on top of it.
Very primitive game.
Yeah, exactly. And
those
are the best games.
Game. Oh yeah. Yeah, and fun. Like I said, definitely best played knee deep in the water when you could just fucking dig the pole right into the sand. You're a little bit cool. You get to dive for the frisbee. You dive into the water then. It's money. Yeah, shout out to Beersby.
I did not think you were going to take that this early. I thought that was coming back to me. I thought I was getting that pick 1 round 3.
That was one where I was like, this has too much value early on where I think it could actually get taken. I have a lot of picks on here that I don't think will get taken.
Also, Jack, did you have that? Did you have that in your wheelhouse right there, bud?
Beersby, yeah, I had that on
Okay.
the list.
All right.
Nice.
I did indeed have that.
Damn.
I
All right.
am 3 for 3 on picks so far, being on my list.
Damn.
So
All right. And this isn't a game that I am good at yet, but I am trying to get good at, and I have to take it because Mike is going to take it spike ball at number 2.
Dude, you're a cuck. You're
Oh,
the
I know.
biggest cuck on the planet. You're just going against me here?
Correct.
What the fuck? So Jack,
Dude, if I don't do this, you waltz away with this draft.
no way,
I can't
dude.
sit here and let that happen.
I'm right the fuck here, bro.
I know you
I
are,
could
Jack.
win this.
Your
could win this draft.
Your draft is gonna get an F for frat. That's what your draft's gonna get. It's lining up to be 5 frat games, which are all gonna be sick, and I love. But if that's the case, maybe we don't have enough frat listeners. I gotta compete against Mike for the normals out there. And if Beersby and Spike Ball is gonna do it, even though Beersby, I'm not great at. Spike Ball, definitely not great at. 2 games that I like to play, but I'm not good at. A lot of diving involved too. I like the diving.
Spike Ball, I think I'm so much better than I am, and it's so depressing. But I also, every time I ever play a Spike Ball, it's with fucking 21-year-old athletes, and I'm fat and 30, so it's like,
No, they're incredible. Shout out to Cuevas. They're very good at Spike Ball,
it's so
annoying.
fucking frustrating because it's like I'm okay, but like when I play with them, I'm the weak link, and I don't think I'm that bad. You know what I mean?
Right. Not
But,
fun to be the weak link, especially in a yard game.
Yeah.
Jesus,
yeah.
what has
And
happened
it's like,
to me?
and I'm not that bad though. That's the thing. So it's not like I'm bad at it. So it's like I'm some slouch. It's just they're faster and better and younger.
Right.
I don't know.
If there was a penalty box and they had to send somebody to it, you know that you'd be the guy that had to serve the 2. That's what stings the most. That's where I'm at too. All right, Jack. Pick 2, wrapping around.
Damn,
Oh man.
last thing on Spike Ball, though, it's actually better with less competitive players because it's way more fun when everyone's in the same level. Anyways, going.
That's true.
Yep. Alrighty. I am gonna go with an American classic. Color scheme of this particular game is even about as patriotic as it gets. We are gonna go with ladder ball.
Yeah.
That's a dud ass pick.
ball,
I fucking
ladder
hate.
golf.
Yeah, I call it
monkey
ladder
golf.
golf. Oh, I
Plenty
hate
of
that
names.
pick.
I love it. I mean, I have always enjoyed playing that game. It's just mindless and fun. It's one of those ones where you hold a beer in one hand and you just toss some shit. Although I would never be like with my friends and be like, "Yo, let's set up ladder ball." Yeah, I feel like
That is lame when you say it like that.
It's already got to be set up. Like you got to show up somewhere where they have
Yeah.
it, and then you're like, "Well, what the fuck else are we gonna do?"
Well,
It's
yeah,
like-
exactly. That's exactly.
Jack's in the backyard. All his friends are still in the house. He's fucking connecting pipes.
Yeah, PVC and shit. Yeah.
It's a half-hour build for this game.
Bad news, fellas. We're missing the top rung.
Yeah. Looks like we're all going to be facing one set here, one ladder.
Yeah, that's like when everyone's playing bags and it's just sitting there, nobody's on it. You're like, well, you guys want to play this while we wait to play bags?
Dude, imagine. Oh, yes, that's 100% what it is. Yeah, it's the waiting room for bags. It's ladder golf. Do you think people like bags? Do you think they bring their own fucking golf balls things? Like how people bring their own bags to bags, do you think they bring their own, like, serious players
First of
bring,
all,
like, weighted perfectly golf balls?
If there's
Like,
like
oh, I'm playing the Pro V ones now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
if there's like a league, then probably. But if you're bringing, first off, you're bringing your own bags to like a party, like a barbecue, you're not getting on my boards. You're out. You're done.
Yeah, that is a weird move.
But
I hope there's a league, a ladder golf league.
there probably is.
If there is, we'll get into it.
That game fucking sucks. I hate that game. I used to think I liked it, and then I just realized I was like, I hate that game.
I like
Love
the pick,
how
Jack.
outspoken you are about this.
I know. I don't
like had
Hatred
something.
for ladder.
I don't know what
Had something
happened.
during a
I
ladder
don't
golf
know for real. But like, I literally wrote ladder golf on here, and I put a little frowny face next to it, meaning like if I get this, I'm upset. No bullshit. There's two names on my list that have a little frowny face, but there was nothing else to write down, so I put them there.
Two
before I
enthusiastic thumbs up next to cornhole for Mike.
yeah.
He's just got emojis next to every pick.
No, I do have stars next to some of them, and Spikeball and Beersby had stars next to them. But anyways,
That's your sweet ass.
I'm gonna take my first pick right away, and then
Mhm.
my second pick here is gonna be a second. All right.
Okay.
I'm going my second pick. I'm going Can Jam.
Yep. It was gonna be
Um,
taken.
I'm a big fan of Can Jam, especially when you play with like I like playing with like you know, like those cooler tubs with like the white like rope handles on them.
Yeah.
Like that. I like playing like with that and it's just like a frisbee instead of having the actual little Can Jam thing with the slot. The slot's cool, but like it's so much more fun because for one, those things are bigger and they're a little higher up. So it's like I guess it's easier, but also it just makes it more like fun because like you can make crazier plays. But
Yeah.
I've also played with just like straight up 50-gallon garbage cans before, and, and that's always
That's
fun
fun too.
Yeah.
Why you're right too about the actual Can Jam setup. It's never shaped correctly because you can't keep it
Yeah.
in the right shape because wherever
Yeah.
you put it in your garage, it's being smushed against something else.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then how many times in your life have you really seen somebody like fucking hit the slit?
I've hit the slit a few times actually.
But is it like,
I
hey, I'm
mean,
hitting the slit once every time I play, or is it like
no,
I'm hitting the slit
no.
once a summer and I'm psyched about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also not
You know?
playing all that often, but it's definitely not. Yeah, no. There are probably
Yo, you
people that
guys remember
could.
that one night when Mikey hit the slit?
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Speaking of slits, dude, I'm gonna go off while I think about my next pick.
Okay.
I was trying to get some slit, and I
Yeah.
think this is the first time in my life that I have been denied because I didn't have a condom on me. And I applaud
Ooh.
the person, and I
Yeah.
appreciate that. But I was also hammered drunk. I wasn't
Mhm.
finishing anyway. I was just like, just let
No.
me get after it for 15 minutes, make
Yep.
get you happy, and then we're going to bed happy.
Yep. This
Um,
thing certainly ain't getting up with the bag on it.
yeah.
Hefty.
So, but that was, I think that was the first time I've ever been like, it's been like, yeah, fuck it, no, we can't. I was just like, oh, it's like 4:30 in the morning too.
She knew the deal.
Oh my goodness, I'm running out of. All right.
I still can't believe you're that upset about ladder golf.
Yeah, I think that game
What's
sucks.
the matter, Harry? Some little filly break your heart?
All right,
Bro
can
got
I?
one wrapped around his wrist or something when he was a kid. He like got. Yeah.
All right. So does this play? Because I got the alternative to it.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know why this hasn't been taken yet. Because it's a table game. But can I pick beer pong?
Yeah, you can.
Are we okay with this or no?
Yeah, I had a variation of the game that I think
So me
plays a lot
too.
better. What's
Yeah.
the
So I didn't
variation that you
know.
got?
Like the bucket ball, where
Yes, that's
the
what I
big
had. The
pong.
bucket
All
pong that
right.
you see at
I'm gonna
bars and shit like that. That's what
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna go.
take that because it's more of a yard
Yeah,
game
take
than the
that
actual table beer pong. Okay,
for sure.
because
Bucket
that's
pong,
where my head was at. I was like, well, you take one, you take them both,
definitely.
essentially. Okay.
And I think bucket pong is very underrated. And if you have like an outdoor area at your bar, you should definitely put that out there because it's so fucking easy.
And
Like,
it's hard.
oh yeah,
It's difficult, man.
and people will sit in your bar and drink for hours playing
Yeah,
that game.
absolutely.
Like it just keeps you around because it is hard. It's not like you just wham bam, it's done in 15 minutes. Like you're sitting there for a beat.
Yeah, no, game's tough. Big fan. I've never played with it like the huge ones though. I've played like this kind of, obviously the
Yeah,
bigger ones. I've never played with
I've never played like the trash can ones.
yeah, or
I've
even
never played that.
I don't even think I've never played them with even like 5-gallon bucket size. They're a little bit smaller than
Oh
that.
really?
Yeah, they're a little smaller than that.
I think that's
Probably.
only I've played with. It's just 5-gallon.
I guess that's not. I guess it's really not that big of a bucket. But either way, great game. Big fan. I think it should be more. I guess it is getting a lot more popular. You can put it like in the pool and shit too, which is always cool.
Yeah. No, I think people need to fucking pick up on that. If you're not
I
doing
agree.
it at your bar, it's just
Yeah.
it's too easy to not do.
If
There's
you
no
got the
overhead. You're
space.
buying 10 buckets.
Yeah.
Like,
And instead of having like an actual pong table, because for one, it's so hard to find the fucking ping pong balls. If you get lost in the
Yes.
sauce, you're losing. You're like, oh, buddy, can you fucking pick up that ball for me? It's like, well, these things, it's like, you know what's going on. You can always find the balls, yada, yada, yada. We're going.
That's probably what it boils down to, too. And that's some John Taffer bar rescue type of shit where, like, you need to utilize every inch of your bar in the correct way.
Yeah.
So if you have an area outside for this beer pong, you got to make sure that you're making money off it.
Yeah.
Shout out John Taffer. We'll have you on anytime. All right, Jack.
Definitely.
Pick 3.
Alrighty, I'm going with. I don't know if this is a niche pick or not, but I feel like everybody that I know knows of this game, and that is bocce ball.
Yeah, love a bocce.
I absolutely love this game.
You don't like bocce ball, Mike?
What the fuck, Mike? You got something against my draft?
It's
Mike's
hard to
ripping his
see.
shit up. Bonte Mac, no matter what.
Bocce has a little
Little
smiley
star by it. Hey,
No,
now.
Oh,
no,
you got
no.
a star pick.
No.
Good job,
no.
Jack.
No,
Oh.
it's got a sad face next to it.
No, it does not.
Jack,
swear
fix all
to
the sad
God.
face. Hey, when you make the graphic, Mike, please put all of your emojis next to every pick that we made.
Yeah. I'm
well.
upset, Michael. You got something against my roster right now, and I'm not sure.
I do. It's just funny.
Mike's
let's-
just writing down my picks and putting frowny faces next to him at this point.
Yeah.
To me,
just
to
says
me,
Jack and a frowny face. next to it.
to me, bocce ball is
That's
just
your
is
name in
old
Mike's
school,
phone.
bro. Old school. It's like, I mean,
It
and
is.
not to give out picks, but like, actually, I'm not gonna say anything. But I'll tell you my comparison to bocce ball later on.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, probably.
I already
Go
know
fuck
it's
yourself.
it's people in like Sarasota, Florida, at the retirement home are playing that game that you're.
It is fun. It is fun, but I just think there's so many better ones.
Bocce ball is great if you're playing with the right people.
Okay,
Jack and
fair
I had a
enough.
lot of fun playing bocce ball in actually at the house on McCarty that you were at.
Yeah.
Played a
Yeah,
lot
we've
of
played
bocce ball
we've
there.
played a shit ton, dude. And yeah, I would agree with you, Bob. It's fun if you play with the right people, but I most of the time have. So I've just always had a blast playing it.
Yep.
You know,
All right.
if you could drop a couple dimes, get a couple high rollers in there.
I'll lay
have
off
yourself a
on
day.
that, but I think ladder golf is still shit. Bocce ball, I'll give it to you.
I can't wait for the day that we actually get you to talk about your PTSD with ladder ball and we get to hear
Yeah,
the story.
one day, Michael, we'll open you up.
I like what you're doing though. He's saving that for another episode. He's just smart. You know,
Yep.
that's a businessman.
PR trained.
Stay tuned. Fair enough. Episode 100. We break down Mike's ladder golf PTSD. Okay, it's me.
Yes, sir. For 2.
I'm gonna go with the pick that Jack should have taken, and that's croquet.
Croquette?
You motherfucker!
You really thought
dude,
that was
I
getting back
was
to you? That's
so
crazy.
Fucking close. I was in between bocce and croquet. I wanted to take croquet so bad, but I just knew right as soon as I opened my mouth, you guys were gonna fucking roast me for it. So I
Yup.
took bocce instead.
Nope.
And I'm pissed. I
Hey,
love croquet. That's
Jack.
my favorite.
I didn't even put croquet on my list because it's so fucking lame.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a smiley face next to croquet here. There we go.
Man, croquet. No.
If you hate croquet, you've never played it.
That's a fact. And
That's
a half.
that's my 2 cents on croquet. Here's the way that we played
Sorry.
croquet. You go through all the way, and then you come back all the way. Once you come back, after you hit the stick on your way back through, or actually you don't hit the stick on your way back through. Hit the stick on your way there. You don't hit the stick on your way back through. After that, you're poison. So all you're doing after that, once you make it all the way through, is you're going after other players and trying to knock them out. And they can knock you out by hitting you first and sending you through a ring. So that's where croquet gets real. I mean, obviously it's competitive like on your way through because you're trying to be the first one to get all the way through. And you can fucking send people and all that. But on the back end, when you're poison and you're trying to actually win the game, I don't know if everybody plays like that, but that's how we played, and it was always a fucking riot. Setting up the course is a riot, too. I used to do that with actually our cousin from Minnesota, Jack. We would spend like 2 hours in the backyard setting the course up to make it as hard as possible for our uncles to play. And then we'd get after it. I just love croquet.
I just
I don't know
want
how
to
you
ask.
can't like
I
it.
want to ask one question.
Yeah, hit me.
In years, when was the last time you played croquet? 'Cause I know it's been more than a year.
Yeah,
No, last summer. 100% we played. Oh, wait. Where were our
whenever we
parents living
lived,
last summer?
whenever we lived, I think they lived on McCarty last summer.
Yeah, definitely last summer,
It
then.
was either 1 year or 2 years ago.
Yep.
That's way too long.
No, it's not. You think it sucks all of a sudden?
You
No.
want us to play in the fucking snow, Michael? Bro's got frowny faces next to every one of our picks.
Yeah, he does. That guy would put a fucking frowny face next to a happy face.
Mike, I'm claiming your next pick. I don't care if it's
That's
baptizing a child.
All
Frowny
right.
face.
Hey, dude, you can flame the fuck out of that because you ain't gonna see me doing that anytime soon.
Croquet. Next pick on the wraparound here, I am going with, I think, a fan favorite. Oh, shit. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with wall hooky.
Ooh, that's a good pick. And I think that could be parlayed into the sitting down one too. If you're around a fire, you can that can be parlayed into both. I like that.
Yes,
that's unfortunate. I thought I might have get that at the fifth pick.
The main wall hooky that I'm kind of thinking about as far as like outdoor, we have a bunch of wall hookies at bars around here for whatever reason outside,
Dude,
and I love playing it.
And it upsets me. We don't.
It's so fun.
Me. Yeah, it really is. I mean,
it seems like it's like a Florida game. Like it seems like it's like on bar porches in Florida for some reason.
I feel like it should be a staple in every garage in America.
It should. You're absolutely right. It should
every
always
single
be in the
garage should have one of them. Like, why the fuck not? And I don't have one, but that's beside the point.
It's a string with a hook on the wall. It's as simple as it gets.
Yeah, with the fucking ring. A ring on a string.
Yep.
And a hook in a nook. Fuck.
Fucking Dr. Seuss your ass. Go play some wall hooky. Wall hooky's not sponsoring us after that one. Okay, Jack. Pick 4.
Damn, I thought I was going to get that to fucking top her off there, bud.
That'll be another smiley face for Robert.
Let me doing the Butters fucking pimp system where he's like, and you get a frowny face.
Yeah. You get a stormy cloud.
Yeah, you get a
That's
stormy
what he says
cloud.
the one
Yeah, a stormy cloud. Oh, fuck, that's great.
Alrighty. I'm taking one that I sincerely think might not be on your guys' lists. And it's one that I went through an era of playing. I don't know why. But it is
I got
it. Horseshoes.
Oh, I don't got it.
You guys like that shit or what?
I thought that was gonna slip to Mike. I thought Mike was gonna take that for sure. Mike, Brownie or Smiley?
It's old. It's too like. I was saying, bocce ball is like the equivalent. Is like horseshoes and croquet. They're all in the same. It's like dude. That's the shit. My parents. I had horseshoe pits in my backyard, and these geezers played horseshoes, and then we started playing bags.
Is fun. It's at beaches around the state.
Across the country.
They wouldn't have them at the beaches if they weren't fun, Michael. They wouldn't have them at the beaches if they weren't fun.
I thought you were a farrier fan, Mike. What happened to that?
I like them on. I like them on the horses, maybe not off. All right.
Mike likes a good hoof without the shoe. You know?
No,
I like a good cleaning.
Mike gets pissed when he sees a horseshoe off of a horse. You're not even doing your fucking job.
I was cleaning that.
Now you guys
feet right now.
You guys fucked all the way off, dude.
Mike's got a horse foot fetish.
There's like 4 of them I have to pick now, and I can only take 2 of them. This is insane.
Let's hear your 4 or 5 here. We're wrapping around.
Holy shit, toe. All right. Well, my first one, I'm gonna take. This is more of like a beach type game, but still fun in the yard. Sauce toss.
What's sauce toss?
The little hockey where you sauce the toss into the net.
Oh, yeah, that's sick. I wish I had one of those.
Yeah, that game is super fun on the beach.
I'm gonna put a ma face next to that one.
My fucking face.
Mike, after flaming our fucking picks, that's what you take, bro? The sauce kit?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking fun as shit.
I took
Yeah,
the
but how applicable is that? You need a hockey stick with you.
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
you need horseshoes.
They're at the beach.
What
They
are
have
you
them
talking
at the
about?
Jack's got a bag of horseshoes and body carrying like 250 pounds of the beach.
Yeah, dude.
Hey man, you never know when you're gonna want to run one. You know.
Fucking Bob has to bring a golf bag full of croquet sticks everywhere he goes, bro. Nobody got
Yeah,
that
that's
shit.
fine. That's practical.
Toss a hockey stick into one of them.
All right, you're right. Sauce
Anyway.
toss, great pick.
All right, that's valid. That's valid.
All right, what's 5?
Man, I'm gonna go with this one because I just really like it, and also this is an alcoholic thing too. Beer darts.
Yep.
I love beer darts.
Was on my list. A very dangerous game. I saw our friend Evan John Parks get stuck in the leg one time. That's fucking tough. Right in the knee. Right in the knee. Stuck.
God, dude.
It wasn't like around. It wasn't like, hey, maybe this didn't catch him directly in the knee. Fucking
Jesus, man.
an errant throw, to say the least. You know where this happened?
No.
Brain fart right now. What's the place that they lived in before Jane's? We all lived in.
Oh,
Start
Township
with
T
an H.
squared. Township
No.
squared? Oh,
No, the house.
Hanchett?
Yeah, Hanchett.
Yeah.
That's where we were playing, at Hanchett, in the fucking dirty front yard of Hanchett. R.I.P. But beer darts is a great game. Very dangerous game, though. You got to be playing. With some people with a little bit of accuracy.
Yeah, but also no. But yeah, for sure.
Do you have a beer
Good
darts
game.
horror story?
No, I don't. I've actually, I've never. No, I don't.
Never seen a casualty?
No. Close
Man.
calls, but never a casualty.
Shout out to Evans ACL. All right, Jack. Cinco.
Alrighty. Cinco de Mayo.
That's
up.
actually
This
gonna.
one-
Be, I was gonna say, is that
Friday.
when this comes out? Oh no, damn.
Cinco de Drinko. Happy almost Cinco de Drinko to everybody listening.
Damn, yeah, it's the 4th right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am gonna run up a little baddie by the name of badminton.
I knew you were going to take it. Fuck! I
I
wanted it so bad. I was like, if there's only one chance and it's Jack taking it.
Yeah, it wasn't
Right.
gonna be me.
And show enough.
Badminton is incredibly hyped because it's like tennis but drunk or something. It's just like way slower tennis and easier to do, you know? And we used to play, so Bob and I used to do like a cousins boys weekend type of deal at our grandparents' house every summer. And they lived on like this little lake, so we would run badminton on the beach for like 3 days straight. And it always got just incredibly competitive, and the teams were always super fucked up in in Bob's favor. It was always me and Aaron's fat asses versus these 6 dudes that are 7 years older than us.
And you guys held your own.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, yep. A lot of sand in my pants for unfair reasons, bro. We got to tell the extreme hydro ball story eventually too.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely get into that. Episode 101. Stay tuned for the extreme hydro
Yeah.
ball. We'll do that right after Mike's ladder golf.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
great
So
pick.
badminton, pick 5. I think everybody can kind of get along with badminton. It's not a
It-
crazy barrier to entry. So
No, and if you haven't played, I think the beach is the perfect place for badminton because it's kind of like I've played in the yard before and you can't like dive and shit like that. Badminton's a game where you really need to be getting down and dirty, you know? It's kind of plays the same as volleyball where there's just a lot of movement involved. So you don't want to be fucking sitting there in the grass and then you're in your khakis and then they're all green and then it's fucked. It's bad. It's a bad Easter all of a sudden, you know? Shout out to badminton. That's a great one. I am going to go Mr. Irrelevant. You guys can call me out of line or say whatever you'd like here. If this isn't a good one, if you guys like to veto this, but I consider it a yard game, I'm gonna go with Dizzy Bat.
Yeah, we go. Well, I'll accept it.
Put a math face next to it, or is that a smiley?
No, I mean, I don't think it's a smiley, but I don't think it's a meh. So which I was actually gonna take with my 5th pick, but I didn't. I thought it was a little bit too organized. Was wiffle ball?
See, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
I wanted like the Dizzy Bat. I want the Dizzy Bat where like it's Dizzy Bat, and then to slide to first base, there is a slip and slide.
Well,
that kind of shit.
I mean, that's just a whole another fucking world. But yeah, like that.
Correct.
I think it's fair. I think the concept of Dizzy Bat though is the only thing that sucks about Dizzy Bat is that it doesn't last long.
No, and there's not really like a point structure to it.
Exactly. It's just like
whether or not you can fucking hit it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's one.
Are you talking without the booze or with the booze?
No, with the booze.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll accept it. Like I said, I was gonna go wiffle ball, and I thought that would have counted. So, but I didn't want to be like, that's like a straight up like we used to have like wiffle ball tournaments, which that's like more of like a
exactly. It's like you could play basketball in your backyard too.
Yeah, exactly. But wiffle ball is, we used to. Yeah. Anyways, whatever.
Okay, honorable mentions. Actually, I'll run through the draft really quick. So, Mike, cornhole, can jam, bucket pong, sauce toss, beer darts. Jack, beer die, ladder golf, bocce ball, horseshoes, badminton. Bob, beersby, spike ball, croquet, wall hooky, dizzy bat.
Fuck you, Mike, for laughing at the end of my list.
Dude,
what a real douche.
It's just such an old fucking list, bro.
I got Jack. Don't you worry. At 4 and 5, I got 2 smiley faces right there for you.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you
for the hoarded shoes and the badminton. Do we have any honorable mentions? I really don't. I have washers left. That's the only thing
I got a couple
that's worse than horseshoes.
So, this is one that I was gonna go with. I should have. It's a little bit newer. Is the like the chip cornhole? Like I think they call it like Potter ball.
I had that on my list too. Yeah.
Yeah, like that game is actually pretty fun, but like it's a little, I don't know.
It's just not age.
Yeah, it's not as user friendly if people don't know how to fucking swing a golf club, and like I'm not that good at swinging a golf club, so it's like, and the big one that I thought for sure you were taking, brother, is the fucking giant jumbo Jenga.
Yeah, see, the weird part about that, I saw that everywhere when I was doing some research. I don't really consider that to be like an outdoor game. 99% of the time when I'm playing big Jenga, it's inside of a bar.
But it's at a bar, and I think that kind of like plays into that. It's the same thing with like, I don't know. I feel like that is just one of those things where it just kind of, I feel like it plays into it. Like you play those at bars a lot,
But it was literally, this was like a perception kind of pick for me where if I would have picked it, I didn't know if you guys would have been like, dude, that's only really played in bars. Cause that's kind of how I think about it.
But I do think that I do think that it's becoming more of a thing outside of bars too, like at parties and shit also. I do really think it is. Cause I've played it like, I don't know if it was outside, but I've definitely played it at like parties.
See, I kind of put that in the same realm as like the Big Connect 4. Like I would just always play those two inside for whatever.
Thing is though about the Big Connect 4 is though nobody wants to go buy the fucking Big Connect 4. With the Jenga, you can literally just go buy a couple 2x4s, cut them all the same fucking length, and boom, you have it. You know what I mean? It's affordable. The Big Connect 4 is a little bit less like reasonable, I guess you'd say, plausible. Like it's just kind of like who the fuck has that?
You have to buy the unit.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
like on Etsy or something.
Yeah, like to me, like the Jenga is kind of almost like the wall hooky. It's like you can go do that yourself in like 2 hours, literally.
Right.
And that's like including going to the store,
Right.
So,
you got any honorable mentions, Jack?
Yeah, I do. There's actually one that I really wanted to fucking take, but I wasn't sure if anybody else knew that this game existed, and I learned it from you, Bob, again outside at the McCarty house, and it's that like baseball flip cup game.
Yep.
Flip cup's one of them,
I
but
literally
that
have.
baseball one where you can like hit a home run or whatever. I don't even remember how to play the fucking game, but
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
I literally
Yep.
had that on my list.
It's literally called baseball.
Yeah.
It is a great drinking game. If you've never played baseball, it's too hard to explain.
Dude, so
to your ears, but
I have a
It's
couple
great.
on here that
Very
are
fun.
like table game drinking games that I consider to be like outdoor. Like, remember I can't think of what it's called, but the 3 cups that are across from each other, not cocaine. The one that
No.
we played at Drew's, you throw across from each other, like
Flong.
stoplight or
flong.
whatever.
There you go, flong. But like I also had like chandelier or like boom cup. Like to me, I always play that game outside, and it's always a blast. Like not always,
Yeah,
but I do.
I was
like,
thinking about those too. The one that I had for that was beer ball.
Yeah, beer
where
ball.
you literally throw the ping
Throw-
pong ball at the beer
at the
can.
cup.
Like that's a great outside game.
Yeah. And I just kind of was like, you know what? I kind of saw the way it was going, where like we were actually going with like outdoor like games, like legitimate. And that's why like when I said beer pong, I was like, you know, I didn't know how. Yeah. So
When we talked about this, we're gonna do a we'll do a drinking
probably
games
like our
draft
July
at
draft.
the like July or August or something like that. We'll do that. So
We'll try to do it for the 4th of July or something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dude, you know a game that I put, I don't know the name of it yet, but I think it's a little newer. I've been seeing it a lot of beaches. It's like it's like hooked up on like 4 strings, and it's just like a hoop that's just out. It's just by itself, no backboard, and it's like volleyball and basketball at the same time.
I've seen that.
I've never played it. That game looks fun as fuck, though.
Does look fun.
Yeah, I've never played, but I was like, man,
it's just kind of mixing a lot of good things together.
Yeah, exactly.
Which seems to work for all like that. It's a perfect example is that chipping cornhole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
2 fun games. Let's fucking pop them together. Like why not?
For sure. I don't have anything else though, honestly.
That's all I got too. Anything else, Jack?
No, sir. That'll seal my deal.
All right.
That'll butter my biscuit.
That will butter my
exactly.
biscuit.
Mike gets it.
Get out there and vote for your favorite list. Either Mike, Jack, or Bob. We'll post the graphic. We'll have as always, we'll have the voting done on the Fair Enough story. So if you listen to the podcast and don't follow us on Instagram, definitely go give us a follow there. That's where you can see clips and we'll post polls and stuff like that. So go check that out. And yeah. I think that's it for episode 67. The Yard Games draft is a wrap. Like I said, like and follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, Apple Music. If you're not already, that really helps us out. And we will see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully it's a little bit sunny. And next week we'll all be smiling and tan.
Also, thanks in advance for voting for me on this draft. I appreciate all of you.
Yep, put a fat smiley face next to Jack's draft. All right, happy Teacher Appreciation Day. We love everybody, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Deuces.
Bye.